Well, the Prime Minister has returned to Alice Springs for the second time since taking office. In his media conference that we showed you just a short time ago, he noted that he'd been 9 times since he's been in Parliament, I presume. He also met with Alice Springs local, AM Agenda favourite, business owner Darren Clark, and he joins us now. Darren, he had about 15 minutes with the PM, maybe a bit longer in the end. Did you get through to him? What did you say?
Yeah, had about 25 minutes with him, Laura, which was good. Look, we just sat down. He asked me how things had, tell him how it was, how things have been, and how it is now. So I wound back the clock 5 years, and I kind of let rip and told him how things have unfolded over the last 5 years. Mentioning that, you know, we cried for help and tried to make awareness about this 5 years ago, and no one wanted to listen. Told him about the seriousness of some of these crimes where people are laying in their beds with knives and machetes held to their throats, where I've had females in our shop that have, in tears and absolute shock because they've woken up with teenage boys in their bed, trying to interfere with them. Look, I don't think he got the seriousness of these crimes, but I think he got it yesterday. I pretty much hammered it home.
What do you mean? Like, how could he not have known? Like, I don't expect him to be sitting down watching, AM Agenda each and every day, but the reporting that Matt Cunningham has done, that we've done here over the past year, I don't know. How can you not know?
Well, yeah, that's and I was told later on in the day, Labor sources have said that he actually didn't realise how bad it was. So I don't know how he wouldn't realise, Laura.
Well, at that media conference, Darren, as well, we just, you may have missed it, I don't know, because you're working, you've got other things to do, of course. He was talking about how he was quite positive. He was saying the money, the $250 million, is making a difference. School attendance is up, and that was one of the big things. Also noting that the curfew did work. It was a circuit breaker. But, I don't know, $250 million and you have more kids attending school, you want more from that money,
yeah,
surely.
You want a little bit more than that, Laura. Look, what I was told yesterday with the $250 million, that the politicians in the room would actually not see the benefit of the 250 in their time in politics. So it's well down the road. Yeah. That's what I was told. So, look, Jacinta Price asked, a lot of other people asked, I said to Linda Burney, she was in the meeting yesterday too, I said, look, I've been out, I've followed these services. I've followed these services around overnight. I've seen groups of 10 kids, no older than 10, and the services drive past them. But as a community member that cares about people, I'm not allowed to stop and help them kids. But the people that are paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to provide these services drive straight past them. We've got to be a lot better, and they've got to audit it, and they've got to really look at it.
Not to diminish school attendance. I mean, school attendance has got to be a big part of the solutions in Alice Springs. Yep. And if I could hazard a guess here, these services are so stretched that those people, those kids that they drive by, are in a separate category. They might be on their way to several, worse cases, if I could put it that way. Is that just the reality?
Well, they may be, but when you follow them around and you follow them back around and they park somewhere, Laura, there's a lot of fun and games that go on here, and let's not forget some of these kids are day breaking. They're out all night, and then they're going to school after they've been out in stolen cars all night. Your premier school here have had several instances of that. Look, it's a big complex problem, Laura. Yeah. We're a long way from solving it. We've had the circuit breaker, which has been fantastic, and Eva Law, our Chief Minister, must be commended for actually having a crack at that. Yeah. But how long does this last? We've just got to be patient and just see how things go out, and probably just trust our two governments of the day. Like, A lot of people in the Northern Territory have lost faith, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, and we've got to be positive about it. At least Anthony Albanese is there. He's listening to people like you. The money is being spent. And there are some good signs, and we've got to hold on to those, even though we acknowledge there is a lot of work to do. Darren, thanks so much for your time, as always.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for your support, boy.